Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have some RPG goodness. We're talking Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, Deadlands Lost Colony Map Pack 1, Black City, and we also have two figures. We have a patient scientist, and we have Deadlands Noir, the Hungan. So we're going to be unboxing all three of these items today. So let's get started with the Map Pack 1. Again, we've got our Deadlands Lost Colony, Map Pack 1, Black City, and this to be used with the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition of Deadlands. So this pack contains one large double-sided poster map, 30 by 24, marked with a 1-inch grid. Again, 1 inch equals 5 feet. Ideal for the use with miniatures or with our Lost Colony pawns. This map features two twisted interiors from the Black City for use with the Deadlands Lost Colony setting. Deadlands maps are perfect for Savage Worlds. These heavy stock, dry, and wet erase combat maps feature some of the most useful locations for your campaigns. And again, it's for use for Deadlands Lost Colony and the Savage Worlds role-playing game. It's released in 2022 by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. For more information, go to pinnacleentertainmentgroup.com. Okay, so let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. So once again, we have the cool dust cover. Some people get rid of those dust covers. I always tend to keep them because, again, you keep it on its side. It tells you right off the bat what it is, and this way you don't get confused as to what map you're pulling out. So we pull this open like so, and we can take that out and move it over to here. So again, as with any other map, like I always say, you've got to crack the map. So this way the map lays flat. Okay, it's another cool map we've got here. Do one of these, and then flip it over to that side and do the same thing. Okay, so it looks like we have two very, very cool looking maps. So let's see. We're going to start from the bottom part here. Again, this map is called Black City, and for obvious reasons, it's very, very dark. It's got a beautiful purple hue to it. Again, each square is worth 5 feet in the game, so that's very cool. So we're going to start from the bottom as we normally do. Showing you all the cool details on the map. Very cool, very cool. And as with any map that I've ever shown you on the page, which is at this point in time quite a bunch of maps, the reality is the maps are used how you want to use them. So this is used for, obviously, is meant to be used with the Deadlands Lost Colony RPG for Savage Worlds, but of course you can use this for anything. You use it for Pathfinder, you can use it for Starfinder, you can use it for Mothership, use it for Zombicide Chronicles, you could use it for Star Trek, the role-playing game. Leave it up to your imagination. Was it designed by Pinnacle for that? For Deadlands, of course, but again, it can be used for any type of RPG system. And from what I'm seeing here, again, it's a good, the square is 1 inch, so it's good for those 28mm bases or hexes, and which we'll show you in a minute. That as well, what the board would look like with some figures on there. Because I'll also open those up. So again, the detail is really, really awesome on this. Again, it's a very dark setting, as you can tell. The lights are caused by something that looks like some of the electric shocks, electric strikes that are here. Looks like, I'm not sure what that is there, but it looks like there's maybe some doorways there, some webbing. Just very, very cool rooms. Some areas that are blocked off. You've got areas like this, which are either impassable or difficult terrain. So again, I'll start here at the bottom and work my way around the map so you see the complete map. looks like there's an opening right here also. So we're going to start with this here. Start that way and make our way around. So this is again the one side of the map, which is very, very cool. Again, it has a really cool, it may not be picking it up on the camera that much, but it has a really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful purple hue to it. Really, really does. So if I want to pull it up here a little bit so you can see the center point a little bit better. All the great, great detail that's in there that you want to see. It's all right in there. And then we come back down here again and we're going to flip it like this so we can see all parts of the map. Again. That section there. And flip it on this side as well. So that's sort of back down to where we started, which is right here. So as we go through. So again, very, very cool right in the center point again. Showing a little bit more on this side up here as well, which we showed you earlier, but going to try to give you a little bit of a closer look at that. But there you have it. Back down to here. And that's side one of the map. And then we're going to flip it over. We're going to take a look on the other side of the map. So here's your low portion of the map. So that there. Flip that up here just a little bit so we can show you that. Got some, not sure what that is. Looks like pools of blood over there. Again, this side of the map also has that awesome purple hue to it. So this is very, very interesting. This is a very interesting map, I gotta say. Again, I can see myself using this not only for Deadlands, but I can also see myself using this for like a Starfinder or something outer space, because it looks very alien in nature. And you know, so that it just adds to the ambiance of, you know, a one-shot game that you're playing, or if you're going to start doing a new campaign. This looks like it could be something that could definitely pop, and something that you could definitely use for, again, multiple systems. Of course, Deadlands is what it's produced for, but again, at the same time, if you want to use it for you want to use it for Starfinder, you want to use it for Star Wars, the role-playing game, you want to use it for Alien. That's another one I'm looking at here right now too. I'm really getting that Alien kind of vibe, and this is a really, really cool map. Really digging it. All right, so we're going to start down here again, an entrance right there we have where you can get onto the map. If I was going to compare this to a Paizo map, that for Starfinder or Pathfinder, same high quality. Again, wet dry erase markers will work on there. Permanent markers will work as well. I don't recommend that, because I myself, whenever I use these kinds of maps, I never use permanent marker. I will use dry erase if I need to, but usually I use either pawns, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So we're just going to put that up to show you what it would look like here just a little bit again. Coming towards the top side, and then moving this way a little bit again, down to where those pools were. Going to give you come up to the center point. So you see all the different rooms here, different doorways going in. Very, very cool. Again, impossible terrain in the center here. That's why I'm looking at that. It's a very, very cool looking maze coming around this way. Now again, we'll just put this right here. Now we might be asking ourselves, how would this look? Well, we can show you with two different characters on here. So here's one for the Savage World. If this is one of our adventurers we got here as a patent scientist. So there he is right there. Doesn't say much about that. It's by Reaper. Again, for more information about any of the Reaper miniatures, you go to reapermini.com or peginc.com, which is the Pinnacle company right there, peginc.com. Again, this character was released in 2012, so I could just, hopefully I can just pop him right off there. Yep. Unbox him so you can see him up close. a little on the smaller scale. Nice detail on him. You hit him with a little bit of primer, make those details pop even more. And you could always put him on a base, a 28mm base, and then he's ready and he's good to go. Or you can leave him the way he is and not have to paint him at all. But again, put him on the board, looks good right there. Then we also have another character here, which is Deadlands Noir, the Hungan. Again, this one was released in 2012. Again, peginc.com or reapermini.com to get more information. Brought to you by Reaper and, of course, by Savage Worlds as well. So I can get him off his case, out of his little container here. Pop that as well. And here he is right here. Looks like a cool investigator. Very, very, very cool. Nice detail. Almost like, it looks like the Riddler a little bit when I look at him, because of the derby that he has on his head. But as you can tell, he's got something here. Not sure if that's supposed to be a snake. Yeah, I think it's a snake going up his arm, possibly. Yeah. So that's very cool as well. So there you go. So again, you can have unpainted minis on these maps. You can have painted figures. Again, you could have different kinds of painted figures. Again, he's a little bit larger in scale. You could also have a little robot if you want to put him in there too. You could use regular game pieces from a regular game board to put them in there too as well. Whatever you want to use on these maps, you can do whatever you want. Of course, these are standees. You can have a regular standee, which is from Pathfinder. Just throw him over there. That would work. You could also use a hex base. That's a Starfinder figure. So throw him over there. Fits right in the box as well. You could use from different pieces from different games. So we got this guy right here. We'll throw him here. He's from Man from U.N.C.L.E. And if you want to throw a terrain piece in there, you can throw that in there. Want to throw a little alien in there, you can throw that in there. So again, it just shows you the more figures you put on there, the more everything pops. The ones that are going to be painted are going to pop a little bit more, and the ones that I'll see are obviously unpainted. You know, they don't pop as much as the painted ones do. But again, you can use any type of figure that you want. Here's another one. Again, another standee right here, front and back. Throw it out there. With a smaller sized base, it pops right away. But again, as I've always said, if you don't want to add terrain to it, you don't need to have the terrain. If you don't want to use standees, you don't have to use standees. If you don't want to use the Savage World figures, you can pull those out because they're not painted. If I want to use just painted ones, you could leave those in there. You don't want to use him, get him out of there. Too big, get rid of them. You don't want to use a Dungeons & Dragons figure, pull them out. Or even one from Heroescape, another figure, pull him out. You can pull out all these different figures that you may or may not have. But then you have, again, your game board tokens. But again, if this is your good guy and that's your, let's just say this is the bad guy and this is your good guy and you don't have them, you could always pull them out using a wet dry erase. You can put an X here, put an O here, and they're going to have combat. You can put the arrow here or move your character over to here, put them here, and then take a shot at them. Have this guy run behind some cover and take a shot at him that way. And you could do it however you want to do it. It's not required that you have figures or use terrain to change it up, whatever. These maps are great just the way they are. So, okay. So there you have it. You have your map. Again, your double-sided map that is great to be used for the... Great to be used. So, in this unboxing, we showed you our map pack 1, which is the Black City map pack 1 for the Deadlands Lost Colony RPG. And I also showed you the Deadlands Noir Hungan, which is a Savage World figure. And we also showed you a figure as well, which was your patent scientist right here. And those figures look like this. Once again. And I could show you this guy as well one more time. And there you have it. That's everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing today. Thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.